Hello. In this chapter, we'll be talking about the early Karakhan sidelines.
Yeah. And there's going to be some lines that white plays. That's going to little things we should know. I would say it's particularly at the lower levels. You have all these strange moves, and we're going to try to give some guidance in that. Okay.
Like, let's look at Simon Williams' Hillbilly attack, for example.
Bishop c4 Hillbilly. Hold. Go back away. Bishop c4. It's the idea is to pressure on the f7. I mean, it's the thing is we're playing d5 anyways, right? We're playing.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I wanted to play. So it's kind of will they sack? No. Hold on. They usually just take. That's a sacrifice. They take.
Takes.
Take. Okay, bishop check. I mean, this is helpful to know. And then no. Bishop.
Oh
David
yeah,
7.
because
trade the bishop's the best. He takes. Happy to trade. Queen takes. Again, the Karakhan, we always have pawns on light. So we're happy to trade light to bishops, and then e6. No. Oh no. Go ahead. Knight f3. Go ahead. Knight f3.
Mm-hmm.
e6. No problem. Castle. Bishop David 6.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know. c3 or knight c3. Knight e7.
Oh.
Yeah. Flexible. There's no problem. We don't have to be knight f6. We may have the f pawn. The reason is you never know when one day we have the f pawn to f6 and e5.
Ah yes.
Knight g6 also a twist. You see the knight g. Hold on. Show the knight g6. Show. Knight e7 to g6. Knight g6 very flexible. F4 limit the bishop.
Oh, I remember a game I played at a club as a club player in a similar position, and I remember being told that you could also play knight f6, knight e4, and still play f6 e5 sometimes.
You can, but you're not going to get it. He's going to put the knight at c3 there very quickly.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. It must have been a little bit
maybe
of
f5. Yeah, I actually like knight e7 here. I think it's kind of cool. It also makes his bishop have less mobility. His dark, like a knight f6.
Because he would try to exchange his bishop.
He might try to, exactly. Now, if knight e7, I'll show you knight e7. If he plays bishop g5, you could often play
f6.
You could yeah.
Maybe even
f6 in or better yet, maybe go ahead. That's possible. Or go back and move.
Mm-hmm.
Knight g6 is nice. Where you just kind of embarrass the bishop feels silly. You almost don't even push it. You don't move anything. Castle.
King f7. Just kidding.
Castle.
King f7.
And then when the time is right, you might play f6 at e5. You don't loosen you got to be careful with it. D5 loose, right?
Yeah, I got to be careful with that.
The time right, take it easy, and you see what happens. Yeah. Queen is acting as.
Replacement light bishop.
Light bishop, good. Okay, you have a dark bishop and a queen and light bishop, and the pawns as well.
Mini bishop.
Okay.
But the mini bishop's a little bit less stable if we advance it.
Yeah. So the threat of advancing, not the advancing itself. The time is right.
Mm-hmm.
Time is right. By the way, I don't mind in some cases. Like for instance, if we were to gain light money, it's probably a good thing. If we were let's say imagine our dark bishop one day traded for his knight, for a knight. In some cases. Yeah. Some trades happen. Yeah, you might. It's not important exactly when. Then it's good because then you start pushing the point f6.
Then you have the dark rebuilder.
And then rook d8, rook e8. It's nice. Yeah. Okay, that's important. Pawns on dark, pieces on light.
Was that Botvinnik Capablanca Avro 1937?
This is the colors. We every game. Every game.
There's always colors.
But, yeah. But yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's okay. Tell the students. I
think it was Botvinnik Capablanca Avro 1937. I'm not completely sure.
1939. The really famous game.
I think so. And then there was also Botvinnik Curious. I think the idea was f3 e4 with reverse colors, and it's the same central plan.
I mean, it's you got to push the pawns in the center. Okay, harmony. Okay, so. All right, so that's good. So I mean, yeah. So hillbilly sacrifice. Also hillbilly they play and then they don't sacrifice. Go back.
The idea of the hillbilly is that you're crazy, so you want to sack the pawn.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, they do that too. It's a sack.
That's actually what Simon Williams recommends in his Grandmaster Gambit.
I'm sure. It at least has some punch.
And admittedly, it looks pretty fun to some degree.
Right, so we'd probably take.
Yeah, we take. I mean, it's not sound, so we're just going to keep the pawn.
We might keep the pawn. Let's see. He's trying to beat us. G6. Okay. He's trying to attack the hold on. Why knight f6? One second. He's trying to attack the pawn. So queen h5.
Yeah, he wants to take it.
Attack the pawn. Okay, so
we just want to develop. So
go ahead. Knight f6 is okay. Yeah.
Well, we just let them take it, right?
Yeah. At this point, he's trying to get the pawn back, but easy come, easy go. I don't mind giving it back.
Struggle. This is just lost a lot of time.
Yeah, he's losing time, and you often just give back the pawn. That's fine. The bishop g7. That's all right.
Bishop g7. And if knight takes e4, we just take it, and we have a lot of play here. We have really strong bishops. The queen is misplaced. We could try to grab the bishop pair with knight d7, knight c5.
Show that. Yeah, knight d7. Yeah, whenever he moves, let's say queen h4, often knight d7 to c5, and then we'll have a golden bishop, a golden light square. Get rid of his bishop, and our light bishop will be strong.
All of our bishops are strong.
Yeah.
Especially the white bishop.
Hold on. That's just a good perspective to see. Give the students a little perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You trade the knight for the light bishop. What color are you gaining?
Light.
What color are you losing?
Dark.
All right. So actually, it's important. You can say,
Maybe
bishop pair. Yeah, he's doing terrible things. Hold on. He's doing terrible things. Oh, he's losing the bishop. You got to be realistic. He's also gaining dark. Knowing that, what you might do is
helps you know where you're playing.
Yeah, you're playing on light, but you're rebuilding.
Dark.
Hold on. So play a few moves. You could play
knight f3.
Knight f3. Knight c5.
Castles, maybe.
Not really. He's going to lose too much.
He's going to lose
c2. He loses a c pawn, right?
Well, if we play d3, well, that's true. Okay. But white would want this. But then light would be so. Well, actually, no, he wouldn't want that because.
Yeah, it's. Let me show you. Hold on. f6. Maybe in some cases f6. It just to think about these ideas. Bishop h6. Go ahead. Bishop h6.
Mm-hmm.
g5.
Whoa.
g5.
And the idea is we're going to have.
We win a piece. Queen h5 check. Bishop g6. Hold on. The pawns were behind on dark. I know we're blocking a dark bishop, but we're rebuilding light. We're building dark. We're behind on dark. Is that clear why we're behind on dark? Because we have lower dark money. He has. Yeah, exactly. Queen 8, and now the pawns are actually g4 is over. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I just seen it now. Okay, queen h4. Now you take, and then you take the knight. So it's kind of cool. I mean, I just think that it worked. That's, I think, instructive because the point is it worked because of the colors. It's not my, like it just knew everything. All right. So white
can also try to sacrifice the pawn, Black Mardimer style, but as long as we're careful with h6, restricting the opponent's knight, restricting the bishop, they want to play like bishop h6, Grand Prix style. We have time to chase the queen back, and then we rebuild both colors.
G5 again. We're building.
Yeah, so
it's tight.
It's really interesting. So why is G5 thematic here?
You got to survive.
Well, that works.
If you don't play G5, he plays D3 or D4. He gets the bishop, shoots the bishop in. Hold on, show. Go back.
Yeah, we don't want to castle here.
Yeah. This is what not to do. It's important to know what not to do.
We might just get mated, honestly.
No. He won't even castle. But bishop h6. One second. Yeah, maybe. But bishop h6.
Like, let's say bishop f5, bishop h6, knight d7.
And then we're almost dead. Yeah, like maybe castle queenside, and like he's gonna play. He'll play like knight g5. It's very, very risky. There's a lot of there's a lot of threats. He's almost mating us, and it's something we got to avoid.
Yeah, the dark squares are just too weak, so we rebuild the dark squares with h6
before you castle, and then we might castle queenside too. It's a little non-committal. You gotta take the pawn and realize, like, I have a pawn, something to be happy. The old expression is a pawn is worth a little suffering. That's an expression. So I think some Russian very strong players say a pawn is worth a little suffering, and that's what's happening here.
It doesn't look like that much suffering as long as you play.
We are suffering a little bit.
Just for a little while.
And that's worth a little suffering. Okay, go ahead.
Good deal. So let's look at something else. Knight f3. It's just another one of these exchanges. It's going to transpose into normal positions unless he plays 95.
95. If we go back and move for a second, And then they play then pawn takes, and they play d4. Knight f6. Hold on, knight f6, knight c3. They play like a funny, just simple. The knight c3 is in kamikaze. It blocks the c pawn. It's not threatening. I mean,
these pawns would rather be here. In queen pawn openings, you usually don't want.
You don't want to block your c pawn. Right. So you play knight c6 probably, and maybe bishop David 3. Now bishop g4 is usually good, and I'm very happy to, in many cases, pressure the pawn. You see, why is it attacked? Because the knight.
It's attacked because the knight.
But his knight's protecting, but it's pinned.
That's right.
Into the queen and bishop e3.
Also, just want to point out, this is why I want the pawn on c3.
Exactly. That's bishop e3, bishop elephant 3. Go ahead.
Okay,
White's move. You play e6. You take it slow. Castle. This isn't helpful. Bishop David 6. No problem. Maybe he plays queen e2. Castle a3. Rook c8, and black is very comfortable. This happens more often than you think. This actually happens a lot, not at the higher levels, but it's very common at the relatively, not even that lower levels.
Just to develop and see what happens.
For white to play like this, and actually black is better. Black is better because you have pressure on the c file. You have a very good c4 outpost.
And white's just somewhat passive. His pieces don't make much sense.
Yeah, and that's why you actually white would prefer to play pawn to c3 instead of knight and c3. Often when they play, they eventually play knight David 1. They try to redeploy, but again, black is comfortable. Knight a5, c4. Good, very good. Okay, good.
All right, so also let's say he takes on d5 and plays knight e5.
And why knight e5? Maybe you want to explain why knight e5.
Well,
why is knight e5 a good move?
It's wanting to exchange some pieces, maybe queen h5 in some position or queen f3. Yeah. It's just kind of seems to be threatening. It's closer to us, and he's the outpost. Maybe he's going to go for a stonewall sometime.
Yeah, it's a pretty good move. Go back. He's playing. He's putting a little pressure. You got to be careful. Go back one move. You got to be careful. The light squares and the queen side. If you're not careful, this is one of those tricky openings. It has a bite to it. At the same time, it's a little premature. So
it's just not developing. So d4, knight c6. If white plays f4, this is out of place. The stonewall doesn't make as much sense with
it's a whole you get the knight there. Okay.
You even want to play e6 if this is if black committed to e6, this would make total sense.
All right.
So knight c6. I mean, if he takes us, that's fine. He just wastes lots of time. So bishop b5.
Bishop b5 is a pin, and then we're
bishop d7.
Bishop d7. We break the pin. Hold on. Bishop d7. Firstly, is to protect the knight. Our threat. Let's say he castles. Give him a chance. Let's say he castles. Then knight takes knight is actually hold on. Knight takes knight. We win the piece, or win the bishop. Yeah, it's very good. All right. So go ahead. So he has to be careful about that. Go back a move.
Mm-hmm.
Now he could take the knight again. If he takes the knight with knight takes, pawn takes is good. The light bishop is trapped for now.
He just has no development.
Show. E6. Get the bishop out. Bishop e7 and then c5 eventually. C5, yeah.
Yeah, just smooth development. Things are too easy. And even if we lose this bishop, we have the many bishops in the center.
Yeah, you want him to lose the bishop. you want him to take it.
Yeah, I would like him to take it.
Yeah, but go ahead. So we go back.
Let's say he does take. Well, great.
Oh, no. Hold on. Go back a move.
Mm-hmm.
Knight takes knight. How you want to take back?
With a pawn, because we want a tempo.
Pawn is good. Get a tempo, but also I told you before about the bite. The bishop has a bite to it. The bishop d7, angry bishop. Go ahead. Bishop d3.
Mm-hmm.
E6.
Really?
No, lock it in. No. E6. No.
Oh, is it because after C5 it has...
No, this good bishop, bad bishop. No, nonsense. Yeah. C5, castle. C5. Yeah, again, we've seen to wait before C5. You're safe enough. C5.
And now we have a really nice center.
Yeah, very happy. And if he plays C3, I mean, I don't know. If he plays C3, you probably just take a... Go ahead, C3.
Well, that's an isolated pawn, right?
Yeah. Take. And then queen b6, queen boy 6.
Mm-hmm.
He can't even defend. I mean, he can't defend the pawn. I don't know. Bishop c2.
Mm-hmm.
It's like ridiculous. I mean, bishop boy 5, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's a typical maneuver, and we freed the bishop that way.
Probably. Anyway, bishop probably just castles soon. Actually.
Yeah,
bishop d6 castling. You're doing well. If we go back a couple moves, want to go back one more. When we play c5, let's see when we play c5. Let's say he takes. Bishop. Okay, he takes. No problem. Bishop takes. We're going to castle and eventually e5. It's very good. This is good because central grip. We have more pawns in the center, and it's the queen side. We have long-term pressure. It's just easy for black to play. The queen goes to either you show that queen c7 or b6. And again, we'll castle first, of course, but the rooks will line up on the center, or one of them maybe on the queen side. E5, and black is doing very well. It's an advantage. This happens a lot.
Yeah, this
kind of stuff happens a lot.
This is pretty close to. This is a significant advantage for black, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's common, so it's good.
I'd be tempted to say close to winning, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good.
So knight takes d7. Queen.
So again, going back here, they'll often take the bishop and be pretty happy. But I think this is good for black.
We have nice development, and we have the mini bishop to make up for our lack of light square bishop.
Yeah, we're pretty happy, and we have extra head on dark, which is again disguise. But we're behind on light. We're head on. Why are we behind on dark? There's no way subconsciously that one's going to know you're head on dark. There's just no way. If someone sees this position, they'll see I don't have a light bishop, and maybe they'll say, "Oh, I'm safe."
You're ahead on dark because you have a knight against a light squared bishop, so you're $500 ahead on dark.
Okay, now to be fair, right here, there is no way we're going to use the dark anytime soon. That's a real truth.
One day, queen c7, and you want the knight here, maybe.
The first step in using the dark money is...
to know that you have it.
To know that you have it. Very good. You have to know. How do you know you have it? You do the math. The math says we have a head on dark. Good to know. Go ahead. Bishop d6. Show what could happen. Bishop David, castle. Bishop d6 is fine. Bishop G5, we have knight E4. That's more than that's good.
More dark coming up.
Yeah, that's great, and that's great. So go back. So then he'll play maybe what, knight D2 maybe. Okay, castle. Knight F3 probably. And then I mean, there's ways to play Queen C7. I think the queen belongs on light now. Actually, I mean, dark rather. Queen C. Go ahead, Queen C7.
I'm also kind of curious about the Stonewall approach here.
Maybe. No, I don't feel ready for Queen C7. It's too early. It's no need. And maybe knight E4. The queen. First improve the queen, then we could see. And it's not going away, right?
Yeah.
Bishop D3. Let's say he goes back. Now actually knight E4. I actually like knight E4 more now. He can't. Yeah, and then it's nice. It could be good.
Just easy play for black.
That's one way. Or we go back a move. Often Bishop D3 or whatever you play. Yeah, and then Bishop F4. Trade bishops.
Oh,
with full equality, comfortable. You're not better. You're comfortable equality. Is that clear? So when you're fighting against the bishop pair, the rule of thumb is trade one bishop. Of course, trade the one you have for his.
That's really interesting.
And then you neutralize. Then his remaining bishop is only one, and you have the pawns are going to be on light to limit it.
Oh, yes.
The go-to plan here, go ahead, he trades, let's say. He trades. Take Queen E2, no problem.
What about like knight E7, knight G6?
Maybe. No, we have a go-to plan already. The go-to plan is minority attack. Rook E1, play Rook E1. It's Rook E1, and Rook B8, A8, B5, B4, and then, again, weaken this minority attack we had earlier. It's funny how we're having different variations leading to different things. It's similar things. It's kind of crossroads all lead together. Not only is this a minority attack, which is known to be pretty effective, C3, we're going to tickle the C3. What color is C3? It's dark. And we're ahead on dark.
That's right.
So it's more effective, and in some cases, long-term pressure on those pawns carries a bigger bite than normal because we're ahead on dark. Due to his light bishop, our extra knight, extra $500 in cash.
That's right. So after D5, E5, well, all these
Bishop
early
G4.
E5s, we get these.
You could play Bishop F5. No. Hold on. You could play Bishop F5, but you're probably going to opt to play Bishop G4 here.
It fights for dark more effectively.
You could always go back to, you have more options to trade if you want and invest in dark. And look, you have so many pawns on light.
Plus, in the advanced variations, we often wanted to play E6, Bishop F5, Bishop G6, and bring the knight back. Well, now we have that square for the knight anyway.
That's true. Yeah, that's good.
So let's look at 2C4, like E4, C6, C4. Well, this is just like the Panov attack.
Yeah, C4 is interesting. Okay.
It's probably just going to lead to some form of a transposition or something very similar.
It's going to be the Panov, yeah. It's going to be the Panov.
It's the similar structure.
Don't hold on. Go back one more move. You don't take with the queen. He takes.
Oh yeah. Well,
you don't take with the queen. It's too risky.
If you take with the queen, he'd get a big development advantage. We don't want to move the queen out early unless we have a good reason.
See, what you do is knight F6 first.
Yeah, the idea of that is that if we capture on D5 and we capture with the queen, this is really typical. He doesn't have the knight to chase our queen around anymore, so it's just stable. This is typical idea. So knight F3, knight C6, and we have that sort of position, that isolated queen pawn position with an outpost.
Yeah, maybe, but also E6. Let's go back.
We can just focus on development.
No, it's the same. We're going to transpose this to how we play Panov. E6, E.
Right, E6.
D4, it's going to be the Panov, and we'll see that in the Panov chapter. We saw a little intro, and we'll see more in the upcoming Panov chapter. Yeah, that's right. So 2F4, D5. Oh, hold on. F4, what is F4 about?
It's about dark, but it's weakening the light.
Well, that's good about colors. It's good that you're thinking about colors. First, I'm thinking before that. F4 is a weird move. Okay, it's a weird move. He's opening up his king. He's not developing. He's ruining his king side structure. Okay, step 1. Step 2, is there any saving grace? There is a saving grace. It's getting a grip in the center, the dark squares. Now, I've had this against, when I was a kid, I played against a friend and neighborhood, older friend, and Mr. Liebes. And that's how I got good. Every Shabbat, I played against him hours and hours. It was really fun. He always played F4 every single time. And, it was a lot of fun, and he was an aggressive player, but I got a good positional grip every time, and he probably would have done better on any other line, but he loved it. And he played E5. I'll show you guys. I played Bishop F5.
And it's just a better advanced variation because we have good control over the white squares, and F4 is completely out of place.
Yeah, show. Hold on, D4. That's how we always play. E6, Knight F3. Knight e7, bishop David 3. They're happy to trade, but what they're trying to do, what they're trying to do is trade and then play g4. They're trying to run us. So you have to play h5.
Yeah, it's just good control over the f5 outposts.
He takes the bishop, go ahead, and then knight takes, and now, okay, that's important. And castle's okay, yeah. c5. Now again, we have talked about never playing c5 before castling.
But here we're trying to punish them on the open diagonal. They played f4.
We're solid enough here.
We could have still done that, like bishop e7 and so forth, but we're trying to crush them here. This is the Caro-Kann attack.
And also we're safe enough. Again,
yeah, they don't have any. I mean, they traded
no light bishop. He has no pieces out. Yeah, so he'll play, let's say c3. Okay, and then knight c6. What you're going to try to do is, I mean, it makes it very hard. Queen b6 is coming. Hold on, queen b6.
Yeah, they're going to probably lose the d4 pawn unless they take on c5 at some point.
They take now. Let's say they take. Bishop takes, no problem. King h1, and now there's a cool move, h4.
h4.
And hold on. Now the students could pause here. What is the threat? What is the threat? This is a good thing.
Okay, I assume we've paused. Let's say like I don't know.
Queen e2. Queen e2.
Knight g3.
Knight g3. Yeah. Pawn
takes, and we're basically checkmating them.
It's mate in one. It's mate.
Well, we are checkmating them. So
it's not basic. It is. It is mate.
Well, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go back.
Oh, there's something so interesting here. So
if he plays knight g5.
Knight g5.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Now we could pause again. Now it's very easy to again plop knight g3. The problem is that you always gotta look.
They're being clever. They want to block the H file.
Show how it plays. Knight g3. Pawn takes. Knight h3. Yeah.
And we don't have enough. I mean, maybe, but we're down a piece. They blocked the file. Yeah, so exactly. we gotta do better than that. We gotta sack the queen.
Sack the queen, exactly. Sack the queen. Knight g3. Pawn takes, and now it's mate again.
It's just checkmate. So many queen sacrifices in the Caro-Kann attack. Who knew?
Yeah. And again, he's getting crushed in the dark squares. His f2 is missing. f4 gets a bit weak. Okay, we go back.
Very, very thematic colors.
Absolutely. We go back a little bit. Go back when we played before he castled. Go back a couple more moves. One more. Yeah. Here we can play h3.
He wants to play g4 in a lot of positions.
Some cases. Here maybe h4. H4 nail. No.
H4, and then you clamp down on the g3 square. This is just so smooth, so easy. We're playing all of our natural moves. White has lots of weaknesses, and his bishop is terrible.
Exactly. And this is already very black has a big advantage. f4, is there any other place to play? We could go back with the f4 in the beginning. We could go back. Yeah, it's okay. We just get f4 and then again d5. And sometimes they play like knight c3. I've seen this. This is worth looking at. I've seen knight c3 before. I've always felt that taking is pretty good.
This is just good. Like a Bronstein-Larsen with.
We could play
with like this f4 pawn making
in a
no
weird
sense.
way. Exactly. I think basically what we're here to do is try to give the positions that you want to play,
and then get better versions of them.
Understand those position. Tell the positions you want to play. Understand the positions you want to play, and if we get those, then great. If we don't get those, to either try to steer it back if we can, or to know how to deal with that. And that's just what we're trying to do. So again, bishop. Yeah, that's very good, Elijah. Yeah, this is a bad Bronstein-Larsen. I think bishop f5.
Oh, it looks great, like a great Bronstein-Larsen.
No. I mean for white. I mean bad for
I know.
Okay, fine. Anyway, e6. Go ahead. Bishop f5, e6.
Bishop f5, e6. Oh, they'll probably even play knight f3, right? Are we still playing bishop?
No, I don't like bishop. I don't like bishop g4. No need. There's no g3. There's nothing. None of it applies. Nothing applies. It's a whole different state. You gotta be a little loose when they play differently. Be open to things. Enjoy it. The point of these lines is to enjoy it until actually learn from the lines. If we're going to be like rigid, like, oh, what's in the course? What do we do now? Oh, no, it's not there. The key is to learn how to think. We're trying to learn how to think here. This is not a manual. As much as Elijah was... All right, more
theory. Just kidding. Okay.
He's doing good. Okay, go ahead. All right, so that's fine. So this is a line, and go ahead. All right. So
D3.
D3. Okay, D3 is what they played the King's Indian attack. I mean, this is what the start. We'll see. D5. We played D5. Now knight D2. Yeah. I remember when I was in Israel. I ended up winning the Jerusalem Championship. Second to last round, I was playing. I forget his name now, and he was a strong master, and I knew he'd play King's Indian attack, and I was a half point ahead of the field, and I just needed to draw, but I had nightmares. I couldn't sleep that night. It's dangerous. It actually could be dangerous line. The real experienced King's Indian attack players, they make danger. But we're gonna recommend this, and I think you guys will be all right here. Go ahead, G6.
G6. So we want to play on the long diagonal, which is going to be open.
Yeah.
And we're having trouble finding squares for this.
There's other ways to play. Pawn takes E5. There's a lot of classical. I've always liked this, and I think this is good for this. It also teaches how to think.
It's mainly about the colors in this variation.
It's very good. I think it's instructive, and it's a nice original way to play. There's a Roman taught me. Bishop G7, it's a good diagonal because there's no obstructions.
Bishop G4. So, I mean,
Bishop G4
from the colors idea, this is really thematic because we have all the mini bishops to replace it.
You have the bishop on dark. Show the bishop on long, bishop on dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have the light. You have pawns on light, and you're okay to give up the light square bishop because you're so comfortable on light with the pawns. Every single pawn basically is on light.
Yeah, we'll continue.
They'll have max insurance. You might have every pawn, literally, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Absolutely. So go ahead. They'll play H. Well, go ahead. What is it?
They'll play the normal
F6.
King's Indian attack moves. They'll probably try to grab the bishop.
Go back. First, if they play E5, I'm going to show you this. E5, knight D7. See if I have castle. Go ahead. Castle. Castle. C5. C3.
Mm-hmm.
Knight C6. And a bit of pressure,
right?
yeah.
So that, like, maybe H3.
H3, I think in the game of Tanaka, it should be the thing where I play bishop F5 here. Is the best. Yeah. You also could take, though. It's good to know. Bishop 5 is the best move, but even thematic level, bishop takes is also... And then E6.
All our pawns are here.
All pawns on light. You can eventually go queen B6 to tickle that. The D4 pawn.
So I'm kind of wondering here. So
it's not.
We're not going to win the pawns.
Not going to win. Yeah.
So what are we? Are we trying to develop? We're never playing F6. Are we?
No. You are sometimes playing F6 down the road. Anyways, this is okay. It happened to be this exact line. You play bishop F5, but the general rule of thumb is you're often going to trade and tickle the dark squares. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let's look at H3 because.
But H3 is fine. Yeah, we'll see.
Very tempting to win the bishop pair.
Yeah, he takes. Queen takes the best move. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I'll show this as well. E5. This is actually really important. When they castle E5, knight D7. Okay, hold on. So what's the color money? When we give up the light bishop for the knight,
we are up $500 of dark, and they're up some light.
We lose 500 light.
Mm-hmm.
We gain 500 dark. There's absolute math. There's no emotions, no understanding. There's just exact math. Period. Done. Step 1. Step 2. How does that relate to us? So. Well, we're behind on light. We're going to try to rebuild probably. So we're putting pawns on every which way. This is better than the previous variation because look at the knight. The knight's not on F3. The queen's on F3.
There's no the dark is weaker.
Yeah. C5 hits hard.
This
C5 is we're head on dark. We build light and then express ourselves inner energies on the dark. We're head on dark. C5, knight C6, queen B6. Show. C5, castle, C5. C3, knight C6.
How are they even going to defend their pawn?
No, it's very hard. Go ahead. Knight B3. It's a queen B6. And then they play bishop E3. It happens a lot. No, show. Bishop E3.
I like free
pawns.
And
then C4. And then you win the pawn, yeah.
Free pawns look pretty good. Yeah, I want to take this one, too.
You take every one. No, you take C3. Then you take D4, and then you take E5.
I like having, like, a
five extra pawns?
A free pawn chain.
Free pawn chain. Yeah. You take the whole bite. You bite the whole chain.
Go ahead. I'm getting pretty hungry. I have to get some food after this video.
Go. No food. This you're eating now.
Yeah, it's like Ben Feingold's saying about eating chess pieces.
Exactly. Yeah, that's good. Okay, go ahead. But go back. So knight B3.
Knight B3?
No, go back a couple moves. So okay, go back. So queen B6. Here they could take. Okay, it's tricky. You can't take. No. You have to begin. No, knight takes C5. You can't do that. Knight takes C5 is a blunder because of bishop E3. We're losing on the spot. Okay, we're head on dark. We take C5. No, you got to be careful.
What about that, though? We have that counterattack.
Oh, maybe.
But the idea...
No, it doesn't work. It still doesn't work. You got to be careful. No. Queen E2.
Queen E2.
Queen E2. Knight D7. Knight takes C5.
Knight
takes and B4. No. No pins. No. You lose. Okay, but that's... Queen A6. Oh. Anyway, it's probably...
It's the ideas.
No. You probably don't want to... You're probably losing there. Okay, but anyways... Hold on. So go with C5, then you go Queen C7. No problem. You end up getting E5.
It's a nice center.
You had the right idea. Just wrong move. Knight C6 takes E5.
Mm-hmm.
No. Other knight.
Oh, because
and
the weak
then
C5
you get both of them. You get one, and you get both back.
More free pawns.
They're dark because they're dark. They're just apples. You have to let them get ripe, and then you eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's good. So that's a lot of pressure on the dark squares. We head on dark money. Investment. Bishop takes F3. Go ahead.
So h3, bishop takes f3.
Bishop takes, queen takes.
Queen takes. Castles, a lot of the time people want to play f4 in the King's Indian attack, so it's pretty normal to play queen e2 and f4 here. And Yakov, I remember a lesson he was showing me this, and he literally only showed me like 1 or 2 variations. And then I go into Titled Tuesday, and some 2600 international master blunders the main trap immediately.
That's funny, yeah. Okay, so he plays f4, they play f4, and I've had it to get knockouts. And hold on. In here, now knowing we're heading on dark, this could be a kind of cool quiz for you guys.
Look for the dark tactic.
Yeah, so f4 is a blunder. Nakamura has blundered against me, which is kind of fun. A lot of very strong players have too. It's very easy to miss. And I think knowing that we're head on dark will give us a clue. And that's how I found it when I found it. The first time and every other time it just comes to mind the dark. And, okay.
Bishop takes
b2. And actually, bishop takes a queen b6. It's nice. And
dark rebuilder, and we're going to develop the queen side.
Yeah, one can say, oh, it's a tactic. Like, no, it's coming from the dark. It really is. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, let there be dark.
Let there be dark, yeah.
Okay, so we've looked at those main sidelines, though. There's only...
Go back 2 moves. Go back a couple moves. Go back. Instead of f4, if he doesn't blunder, hold on. And doesn't, we're going to play off an a5, show. A5, a4, a3 even.
Oh, a3.
Why not? If you get it, you get it. I mean, they usually don't allow it. Roman showed this to me. I'll tell you, Roman showed this to me, and I never got a3.
Was that at the bagel store?
Not in the bagel store. The bagel store was across the street. He bought the bagels, and Doc Richard Lewis, my lifelong friend and coach. Without him, I would not be. I would know the rules and a few things, nothing. And it's because of him I got where I am and anything. So thanks to him, and he was there, and Roman was there. He got Roman to teach me, and he taught me. That was during the bagel sessions, the bagel dasha. And a5, a4, a3 to dark.
Light with dark intentions.
Think about it, a3. What does that remind you of a3? H3.
Oh, right. So we're
H3. Another variation.
Alpha Zero's bowling ball?
Bowling ball variation we had in the Bronstein-Larsen. If you guys want to check in the Bronstein-Larsen.
With knight g3, h5, h4.
h5, h4, h3. a3 is dark. We say light. No problem. But a3 I never do get. So anyways, you can try for a3. They'll usually stop it, but then you throw the other pawn at him. Knight a6, no problem. Knight a, yeah.
And
show. Knight a6 behind the pawn, yeah. a5, and you get pressure. You have a good position, the harmony, and you're doing fine. There's no attack. He doesn't have a clean attack, so this should be good. And we should have some instructive games of this.
Sure.
Okay.
And
illustrative games. Yeah.
And we already discussed this in the introduction, but we should probably have some review of the fantasy variation as well.
Yeah, a little fantasy is okay. Yeah. So this is
why is the fantasy of having the center without weakening dark? But it's pure fantasy.
Oh, okay. In fantasy, we call this again. It's like fantasy, and it's very very creative, and like it's nice. It's almost like a fantasy of having the center without having a downside. There is a downside. It's weaken the king. We do that,
which is on dark.
And dark, yeah, absolutely.
So let's look at like knight c3 for a moment. They could try to play the Black Mardemer, but we're looking to make things thematic.
It's a gambit. It's a gambit.
We're gonna play e5.
Hold on, go back. Black Mardemer, go back. One second. So you knight f6. You take stable, develop. He takes with a pawn. And hold on. And now equal pawns, but we strike first with e5, which is again thematic because of dark, because his weakness. So show the missing button. Missing button. Yeah, missing button.
You have your buttons though.
I got my buttons. You got no buttons. You can't miss them.
I'm missing the buttons in advance.
No, prophylactic. This way you can't lose the buttons. You don't have buttons.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. So e5 is hitting on dark. Okay, go ahead. So
d takes e5.
Yeah, queen takes.
We're even the pawn, but
hold on, slow. Go back. He takes it takes with the king. You have knight g4.
Dark.
You have a threat of f2. Hold on. And now e5. Okay, good. And he can't protect both. You go okay.
Kind of like this version.
Maybe. No. Maybe he plays e6. No.
Oh, that's true.
He pushes. He messes up the pawns. Take the pawn. No problem. Take and then work from there. Yeah. Good. It's a good outpost. It's a good knight. It's a strong outpost. That's important.
Distance 4.
Yeah. Then his knight can't do anything, and our knight does have an outpost. So that's good. If we go back to a couple of moves, when we take the queen, when we take the queen, he takes with a knight. Then, though, we can win the pawn. No, I think we win the pawn first.
Yeah, and then we have this weak e5.
His pawn is weak, and it's
simple enough.
good. Yeah,
easy development too.
Yeah, okay.
So takes, e5, dark.
So yeah, take, and then we play e5. Okay, e5 dark. If he takes, we saw this. Yeah, and then queen h4 check. Queen h4, and it's
just crush
take away the lines. The lines. Too many arrows. Yeah. G3. Yeah, G3, and then we take the pawn. It's check, and it's that's over. Yeah, I mean, it's just when it's, oh, and then we saw it's nice little line at king f2. We could actually mate him, not even win the queen, but mate him. So that's nice mate.
So knight f3, pretending to attack the pawn.
So he can't. He can't. Yeah, he can't. Knight f3 is kind of defending the pawn, but more importantly, stopping queen h4 check. Right? Hold on. Watch. Show queen h4. The knight f3 protecting. All right.
So we play bishop e6 here because white wanted to play bishop c4 to fight for a big initiative.
So again, hold on. So the real instinct is to take the pawn. The pawn, and that's okay. As we discussed in the intro, there's a Roman told me there's a very dangerous. You really have to worry about the f pawn. So in this kind of line, we're
too dangerous.
Yeah, we should avoid. We recommend you guys to avoid this and to play bishop e6, which is a kind of funny move, right?
Prevents
bishop e6
and hangs the e5 pawn. That's why I like it.
It keeps all the pressure on his pawn, but ironically, he could take the e5. Now it looks strange.
He can pretend to take it. So if he takes it the knight, well, his knight's not defending that anymore. So
that's good.
If he takes it the pawn, then the e5 pawn is just an isolated weak pawn that we're going to capture soon, and then we're going to have a better endgame. Something like this, for example. We've looked at this earlier, and just for a few. This is an example variation. There's other ways you can play too.
And we get the pawn eventually.
Yeah, it's just weak, and even if we didn't get it, it's isolated and blockaded, so it doesn't really matter. So white should play c3, and he's trying to build a mini bishop on dark.
I'll show you something else. If he plays like knight c3, it's kind of interesting. Knight c3. Yeah, knight c3.
Can we take the g4?
You could play. Actually, you could play like bishop boy. You could take bishop e4 is kind of cool. I'll tell you why. You pin the knight, and now again knight takes e5.
We always have queen h4 still because
queen h4. It's nice
because of the pin.
Show g3. Show that g3, and then queen takes e4.
Knight can't take.
Yeah, I've had this quite a bit. It's pretty nice. Yeah, bishop e4 is nice.
So how are we playing then against, let's say, bishop e4, a3?
Yeah, it's a really good question. It's really, really good. Yeah, I would actually take.
Really?
He lost so many tempi. Yeah, bishop takes. Yeah. And hold on. Well, when we take, what happens to the colors?
We're investing dark into light.
We're losing dark. 500 dark. We're gaining 500 light. Okay, take. You have to be careful on that dark. Be humble. Knight David 7. Look at his pawns though. His c3 is weak. Our queen will be very instrumental in doing what?
Targeting the dark squares?
In helping defend or even attack dark, acting on dark. And he could play we'll play. It's very. We're so solid. Look how compact we are, though. Look how compact.
I can't say I understand this position.
Go ahead. Play a move. Play. Bishop here.
I sort of feel that white has the bishop here in the center. So
knight f6, yeah. And his castles. And then we could go queen c7.
Oh, I was thinking of bishop e3, but then knight g4, and I guess if h3, then black can castle long and pawn storm possibly.
It's very solid. It's very, very solid.
So, wait, how do you play this position? You can't advance, you can't take, the bishops are restricted.
This is solid. This is a good line to play. There's also good practice for
bishop g5, bishop h4, bishop g3.
Yeah, you could probably do something like that.
Knight g4.
Maybe knight g4. No, h6 first. Hold on. We've seen this. h6, hold on. h6 first. And h6, bishop h1, then knight g4, maybe. It's too quick. Anyways, it's too quick. Let's go back. Go back a couple moves. In this line, it's something to think about. You guys could toy with it. This never happens. This is This is completely bogus.
I'm also kind of wondering about
completely bogus. The chances happening about 1 to 1,000. Any one game you play, it's about 1 in 2 or 3,000. Less than that.
We'll probably have some good dark square control. Even
you could do that too. Yeah, you keep the bishop. Yeah, I think both have their say. I think it's hard though for white to prove that with bishop pair.
Okay, I'm someone who's like bishops, and Yakov's always like show me. There's colors with the knight too, and I have to get some experience and go for these. Like for me, this is a little bit like why am I trading my bishop? It's like, but I need to learn how to.
I think again, like I told you, and I teach the students to get practice using knights and think about the colors.
It's a little harder to use the knights.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. A little pain. No pain, no gain. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So
they get used to getting the color ideas. It's nice. All right.
So let's say c3, protecting the center. Well, knight d7. We go on castle queenside with a pretty simple development plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say bishop g3, knight f6. And at some point in the long run, if they don't do much, we have ideas to pawn storm.
Yeah.
Like, let's say he plays castles. Standard development.
We're going to castle queenside. We did see the knight g5 lines before. We can remind the students.
We're going to go to that in a moment. We have an issue on the king side, so knight g5. Well, he thinks he's going to.
Hold on, show that advance in the king side. You want to show that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I think there's going to be a pawn storm possibly, and are we playing? I don't understand this very well actually. Look, I understand the king side, but I don't understand the center. Like here,
the center is comfortable.
If we play c5, he always
can't play c5.
G5.
No.
And
G5.
if we take, this is just so loose.
Knight f1's a good move actually. Knight f1's a good move, but
it's rebuilding the dark.
He can't do anything either. It's like a standstill. It's a standstill.
It's very tense. I don't really know how to play. Maybe just keep it flexible.
Yeah. Often hold on. Knight h5. Knight h5. Show. Knight h5 to f4 is a lot of ideas there. G5, G4. Yeah, I'll play. You see what happens.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Standards. Okay.
There's
going to be some illustrative games
in this too. Yeah, white can never advance, white can never take. That's just too weakening. He has this solid dark, but it's not clear what's happening here.
Yeah, you get some play on the king side. And knight f1 happens to be a good move. It's a hard move to find. Again, this is helping. They don't usually play even
I'm making good moves for.
You're making perfect moves. He finds these what do you play now? Like 17 moves of engine. Like now what? I don't know. Hopefully if you're not playing engine. If you're playing engine, well, good luck. Okay. Anyways, go ahead.
Just download that table base, Dabrowski's Endgame Manual.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Knight g5. Sorry, knight g5. And white's going to try to... Sorry.
So knight g5 is a move we saw early in the intro.
Mm-hmm.
It looks dangerous, but it's actually really good for us.
Yeah, I mean, the dark squares are already loose because white has lost his f-pawn. So he thinks he can invest his dark in light, but light doesn't matter as much. And
hold on. First step is first. It looks like we're getting crushed on light squares. We're getting our king side ruptured.
Mini bishop.
First step is we're not castling him. We're casting queen side.
Yeah.
We're casting queen side. Step 1. Step 2. If you see this position, you're like, I can't lose my light bishop. Bishop g4, right? I mean, let's be honest. If you saw this for a split second, you play bishop g4. Oh, he didn't get my bishop. No. You need him to take the bishop. You want it
because the knight was guarding the dark squares on the king side.
Well, hold on. It's more than that. Knight was guarding the kingside dark squares. Also, by definition, a knight, if it trades for a light bishop, means he's losing dark money.
Yeah, exactly.
We're happy to gain dark money. Why are we happy to gain dark money?
We're happy to gain dark money because white is weakened the dark squares.
He has a missing button.
Yeah, the missing button on the king side.
Button. It's the
you want to button your shirt, and there's a hole over here.
We could call the fantasy variation.
The missing button.
I have apologies to fantasy variation players. We love you. And to be fair, fantasy has ideas. It's not... We're just giving perspective. How to play from black, and white has nice ideas. It's an opening. It's
White's
nice.
fantasy is to find his missing button.
That is pretty good. Yeah, fantasy. Yeah.
But it's pure fantasy.
Yeah. That's so good. The missing button variation. That is kind of funny. Oh, look at that. All right, Queen, go ahead.
Queen c7. Knight takes e6.
And then we take back, and we have 2 bullets. And hold on, e6 and e5 are both going to go to e5.
Exactly. It's like
it's a conveyor belt. It's a conveyor belt. He has a rebuild.
Perfect. So it's like we have this. He thinks he has this mini bishop. He thinks he's rebuilt dark, but no. We tear down one part of the dark. We tear down the second, and he gave us the weapon. First of all, he gave up dark in order to give us another weapon. He destroys his dark with pieces and destroys his dark with pawns, all through this exchange for.
E6 is another bullet on dark.
Yeah, he gotta bite the bullet.
Bite the bullet.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. Very good. He has to bite the bullet, the dark bullet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let there be dark. Okay, castle. Okay.
Like bishop e3, it's like it doesn't matter what moves. It's like we're gonna get the dark.
Hold on. Go slow. Show this. Bishop e3. Go ahead. Castle. Okay. Pawn takes pawn and then e5, saying, "Hey, it's all jokes. You think you have a bishop? I have dark." Yeah.
Undermining the defender, and there's nothing left.
D5, hold on. No, go back. Go back. D5, knight c3. He plays knight c3. What do you do here?
Well, of course you take it, right?
One takes. And bishop c5. Over.
He's just lost on dark. And if he takes it...
Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Boom.
Rook f3. Go ahead. Rook f3. He's trying to hang in there for dear life. Queen b... Look at his king. Missing button. Queen b6, yeah. Go ahead. And now...
Yeah, some water's going to fall on that missing
button. King f1. Knight g4. Knight g4 tagging here, tickling there, yeah. And now hold on. What's this about? Rook f8.
What about that?
No. No, check. Hold on. The knight's hanging check. Rook f8 though. Rook f8.
Oh, rook f8.
Rook f8 is over.
Oh.
Knight takes bishop. No, knight takes over. Mate.
Oh, that's true.
No, don't give the queen. Don't give the queen. Go back.
Oh.
Go back. Rook takes.
When in doubt,
queen f2 and the mate is on.
Dark.
Dark. Of course, it was really bad for a bunch of moves already, but symbolic. Go ahead. So go back to where you play King F1, King H1. When we play Knight G4, you go, okay? Okay, Knight G4 is nice. You throw everything in. King, yeah. Go ahead. Oh, he has to move. No. Oh, go back. Okay, go back one more move. Okay, King H1. Yeah. Sorry. Now Knight G4. Threatening take, and then Knight F2. Again, dark. F2 is
it's on dark.
Is the jump in? Yeah, dark, and it's over.
Something like
Knight takes. Go ahead. It's gonna be a smother. It looks like Rook takes. Go
ahead.
Go ahead. Knight F2. Don't take the queen. No need to take the queen.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hold on. And now hold on. The students pause for to observe what to play. Black to play. A little quiz here. Okay, if you want to take a look. And now we could look at Queen G1. The final mate, smother mate, beautiful smother mate. It's on dark. It's on the button. We buttoned him.
Yeah. We rebuttoned him. We gave him a new shirt.
New shirt.
So this is what, like the 6th or 7th Queen sacrifice so far, and we're only like 4 chapters in.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, this is the Caro-Kann attack here, where we sack the queen.
Yes. Okay, so that's a good perspective, and especially on that Knight G4, if they played him in the Knight G5. All right.
We looked at this earlier also.
This, maybe,
crushing. And it's like there's nothing to see. We're crushing them with a decisive attack on dark
D5 is yeah. I mean, this is probably better. It's better than the last variant. Go ahead.
Not only would Bishop C5 exist and H5 Knight G4, but we can even win the free pawn.
It's a free pawn.
And we're going to play King B8 to get off the open file.
Yeah, it's a good. Okay.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed this chapter, and
we'll give maybe a recap for a moment. Yeah.
All right, sure.
Okay.
So,
we had a fantasy variation. We had a few sidelines. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
We had a hillbilly attack, Bishop C4. It gets into plays into our hands. We have the fantasy variation.
Most of these are pretty standard. We just develop our pieces and apply the normal ideas. And if they if they play some early E5 that weaken the white squares, we get the bishop out of the pawn chain.
Yeah, there's some move orders, and we've seen in the fantasy the missing button variation where we're happy as well. We saw the quick 95 variation where
it's just going to lead to early exchanges.
We come with we're coming solid. C6 D5 means hey, I'm solid and come and get me. And they can't just kind of rush into they jump on you. You're solid enough to withstand.
And because of our mini bishop, we're often okay with just exchanging the.
We've seen a lot of bishop exchanges.
The light squared bishop.
In this variation,
like
in
here,
a lot of variations. In a lot of variations.
We often take this.
Giving up the light bishop is often a weapon which we almost always have in our array. And
we're always paying attention to the color ideas.
Yeah, and color ideas. I think some of you, these kind of lines are especially fun with a lot of color ideas, and it should be instructive to practice, and also to be help for any opening or any chess, just chess in general. So, yeah, this should be. You guys should enjoy.
All right. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next chapter.